OwnCloud is a cloud storage solution that solves all of your cloud problems. There are a ton of cloud storage solutions out there, such as Dropbox, Google Drive, and OneDrive. With these applications, you never know who has access to your data, and many times you end up paying a lot more money than necessary. Let's check out this free cloud storage solution that lacks both of those problems. I've hosted OwnCloud version 8 in my basement for the past 5 months. Here are my thoughts. I set up the OwnCloud installation for this review in a Ubuntu desktop 1604 virtual machine with 2 gigs of RAM, more than you need to run OwnCloud considering some people run OwnCloud on a Raspberry Pi, and a good amount of storage space. The install was almost stupid easy, with a few command line commands and tweaked to one line in a config file. After a few command line commands, the graphical user interface, the screen with the pretty pictures, makes it even simpler to set up. The setup process on a desktop operating system, such as Ubuntu Desktop 1604, is super clean and easy. It took me less than an hour, and that includes setting up the computer and installing the operating system. The OwnCloud group gives you a simple step-by-step guide for those installing on a desktop environment, but if you are planning to use this long-term and have the ability to set up OwnCloud on a server, I highly recommend it. OwnCloud setup on a server is complicated, but is made easy with OwnCloud's great documentation, which you can find at owncloud.org. You can access your OwnCloud files on most devices, but you can only host your files on a free Linux-based operating system, which is easy to set up due to great guides and a community willing to help you out. When you first access your OwnCloud server, you are greeted with a clean and simple Create Your Admin Account screen in your web browser. Finish that, and you are treated to the sight of a simple clean login screen that will open the door to the most customizable cloud storage solution. Documentation for OwnCloud is outstanding. They make it super easy to set up, manage, and service. They offer documentation in a PDF form and in web form for administrators, computer users, developers, and mobile users. The documentation is easy to read and easy to replicate on your system. Have problems with that? There are tons of forums out there, such as OwnCloud's subreddit and their own forum, which are tremendous help. Although I did not use these myself, the open source community is usually looking to help someone if they have questions or need help. After setup, the administration is super easy with a great web-based graphical user interface. It is super easy to add users with admin access. However, only the first account created has full admin permissions. Other admins can only have some basic admin abilities for their assigned groups. Speaking of groups, they are tremendous. A group is a collection of users put together by an administrator. You can also share with a link, much like Google Drive, but you can set a password on the file you have to enter to see the file via the link, along with an expiration date that will disable the link from sharing after a certain day. You can also share with users on a different OwnCloud system by using their username at IP address. You can set the password for each user along with how many gigs of storage you want that person to have, with options such as unlimited, 10 GB, 5 GB, and custom amounts. The only limit with storage is the amount of space open on the hard drive of the computer hosting OwnCloud. Each user also gets their own account profile with a picture, password, settings, name, etc. All of these user account features and how simple they are to manage give OwnCloud a huge advantage over every other cloud solution I've tried. OwnCloud even gives you security warnings such as when you access OwnCloud over HTTP instead of HTTPS with their non-distracting but effective notification system. OwnCloud also has a different notification system that will email you when you need to recover your password, have a file shared with you, or something of that sort. Most importantly, how is OwnCloud when trying to access your data? The web portal is super clean and easy to use. All of the footage of OwnCloud in this video was done on the online platform. The mobile website is clean, simple, and works great, which on mobile is hard to find. The mobile website is basically a shrunk-down version of the full web portal, but everything is perfectly proportioned, in my opinion. I only tested the iOS mobile app for this video. The iOS app looks nice, makes it easy to view files, has a 4-digit password protection option, but the app also downloads the files in order to view them on mobile, which I see as a plus, but some may see that as a negative. Another problem is that you cannot remove accounts on the app without reinstalling the OwnCloud app. My biggest complaint about the 99 cents mobile app is that the data does not upload unless the app is open. So if you are uploading a big file and then exit the app, even if it is open in the background or your phone goes to sleep, the upload stops and the next time you open the app, the upload starts all over. This makes it nearly impossible to upload big files from mobile. I did not test the OwnCloud app for Android or BlackBerry. Yes, OwnCloud has a BlackBerry app. The desktop applications for OwnCloud are lacking. The Mac app and Windows app is slow when uploading, and sometimes I got errors. I'm talking really slow. It takes hours to upload a one-page Word document. The advantage of the desktop clients are that you can edit any type of file with your program of choice and keep it up to date across all computers and devices. For example, you can edit a video in Premiere on a Mac, then go to Windows and open the file up and continue working. But with the slow upload speed, it is very difficult. But it is still useful if you don't plan to work on the same file for a while. Other than the snail speed of the desktop client, it works tremendously. That is my biggest complaint about OwnCloud. But OwnCloud makes it up with its tremendous web client. OwnCloud also has a desktop client for Linux, which I did not try. OwnCloud makes it easy to store, edit, create, and customize anything in your OwnCloud environment. OwnCloud gives you access to the core OwnCloud files that allow you to customize your login screen and file storage screen. You can make your OwnCloud portal function and look different than anyone else's, but I found this difficult. OwnCloud has plugins that you can easily install from the app section of your OwnCloud portal or from the OwnCloud plugin store. By default with plugins, you can view photos in the gallery setting, create and use your own calendar, view PDFs, and edit basic TXT files in your browser and have them automatically save. You can add plugins such as something to help you play music from your browser, remove the recover your password button on the login screen, and much, much more, such as editing and creating Office documents with the partnership of OwnCloud and LibreOffice. The possibilities with plugins are endless. You can even use your OwnCloud login to access your email. You could use OwnCloud as the portal to everything you use, from email to reading the news from all your favorite sources. OwnCloud allows you to do what you want with your cloud, from the looks to functionality. Overall, OwnCloud is terrific. In fact, the files from this video were stored on my OwnCloud server. I see why universities such as University of Hawaii use OwnCloud. Warning, I have heard of OwnCloud losing data. This is why I recommend putting the data you are going to need, but isn't the end of the world if you lose on your OwnCloud installation first. After you use OwnCloud for a while and trust it, then you can start storing your important data on there. One of my favorite things about OwnCloud is that you have to set it up yourself, and you can learn a ton this way. Remember, when using OwnCloud, you should back up your data, just like you should be doing with everything else. OwnCloud is a great storage solution and has replaced Google Drive for the most part for me. I recommend you at least give the free Minus Energy bills or offsite hosting bills for life full version of OwnCloud a try. See if you like it, because you probably will. Feel free to hit that like button or subscribe and help us out. More importantly, if you are interested in helping out with the OwnCloud project, think about becoming a developer, web developer, graphic designer, video editor, or translator for the OwnCloud project. If you have a skill to offer, they will have a task for you that will benefit everyone who uses OwnCloud.